Moroi Shamwari, Makadiko, Cześć wszystkim. Hello everyone. I'm Clara. I'm the director and the writer of NZARA The Movie. And I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the subjects that NZARA brings up today. Of course, as many of you know, NZARA is a mythological story. It is based on the story of the Roji trying to take the moon out of the sky because they think the moon is a plate. And in our movie, the moon is a woman. So, this is a movie about hunger. This is a movie about NZARA. This is a movie that also brings forth Chivano and the many ways of being in the world when you are connected with everything around you and with the ancestors as well. In the ways that were and are practiced by, in Zimbabwe, we say Chivano, and in other places we would say other things. In Poland, we call it rodzimowierstwo, or we can call it other things, but it's a very natural human thing because it's part of life. And one of the important subjects that NZARA tackles is the subject of course, mwezi, the moon, meaning the moon time for women. And in my journeys, in my travels, in my studies, in my learnings, in my initiations, and in my experience, this is one of the most misinterpreted, misrepresented, and harmfully so subjects when we talk about traditional healing, when we talk about traditional cultures, when we talk about traditional things and ceremonies and so on. And one of the things that NZARA brings forth makes the point that a woman, it's not just that a woman is not a plate. A woman is not a plate to be eaten. And that goes for women, physical women. That goes for the woman inside all of us. And that goes for the big woman, the big spirit of woman, whatever you want to call it, the goddess, the happy one, the happy creative one. Mokosha, we might call her here in Poland. And so there's this misunderstanding that when a woman bleeds, she is dirty. And so I want to say here, let it be forever known that when a woman bleeds, she's not dirty. Neither is a woman cleaning, because this is the next level of, we've kind of edited this idea of, well, maybe she's not dirty, so we'll just say she's cleaning. And then you have to wonder, okay, if she's cleaning, then what is she cleaning? Dirt. Oh, so she must be dirty. She is neither dirty nor is she cleaning. In the traditional way of thinking, traditional cosmology, blood is sacred. Blood is always sacred and blood is never dirty. Blood is life. So it is impossible to conceive that the great spirit who built and created everything, created this thing for women where every month they are throwing away blood. There is no such thing as blood that is thrown away. Ever. Blood is always sacred. And this is why a woman's blood during that time is sacred. A woman is not dirty. She is not cleaning. She is creating. If she is not creating a child, then she is creating other things. She is creating worlds. She is creating ideas. She is creating beauty. She is creating love. She is creating. It is the process of creating. She is creating healing. And this is why even now there are scientists who are looking into the healing properties of a woman's moon blood. And that also in particular gets me frustrated. No, not frustrated. Somehow to see that the blood that as women we have been taught to throw away, that we have been taught that it's disgusting, that it's dirty. In my idea of how these studies will go, we will be sold that blood back to us for thousands, millions of dollars as healing potential. And these studies are actually, they're real, they are going on, you can look them up. but I think there's the first shift that needs to happen is this idea that a woman is dirty, definitely, but even this idea that a woman is cleaning, even this idea that a woman at that time, that there is something she is supposed to do, a certain way she is supposed to behave. As any artist will tell you, any creative, a person who lives by their creativity, creativity comes in different forms. So there might be a moon cycle where a woman feels she just needs to lie down and sleep, and that's all she needs to do. And that is one way, and enter the dream time, and that is one way of creating. There is another moon time when a woman might feel that she needs to dance the whole time, and that is another way of creating. And there's another moon time when a woman will feel like, I don't even feel like engaging with this moon time. I am going to go about my business as usual. I don't feel this is necessary right now. And that is another way of creating. In my experience, the big woman is always and eternally creative. And so there's no time like the last time. And neither is that blood to be thrown away. It is sacred. It is sacred. And that is one of the things that NZARA the movie talks about, is it brings this to the forefront, is we need to change our thinking. In the monotheistic religions, we need to change our thinking, because there a woman is considered dirty when she's bleeding. In the traditional cosmologies, we need to change our interpretation. Any person who tries to tell a woman what she should behave like during that time, that is wrong. It is a time of such sacred creativity that a woman can only come deeper inside of herself and ask herself, ask the spirit of the big woman, of the earth, and say, what can I create this time? And of course, there are so many different issues around this subject, and so many questions also that women they do ask, and they ask about, if that is the case, why is it painful? For example, does it have to be painful? What can we do for it to be less painful? And those are all issues we can talk about. But one big thing, a general overarching thing, important to remember, is that it used to be that the creation of the ceremony of the moon time was a time when society valued creation and valued love, and there was space for those things. And when we come into the intuitive space of creating the world that is around us today, the question is, where do we as people, as a community, value the creation of love? I hear about economies, I hear about wars, I hear about military armies, I hear so many things, but I rarely hear a politician talk about creating love. I'm not sure I would believe them if they did say something like that, but you get my point. Or if you don't, maybe you will. So this is a long video. I just wanted to talk about, that is one of the things that we will be talking about and addressing in the movie, NZARA the Movie. Please, I guess, like us on Facebook, follow Mondoro Dreams on YouTube, all of our videos, our actors, the artists we're working with. We are posting things, we are talking about the process of making this movie, which is a global healing ceremony, as well as just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work of art. And I am so happy. I am so happy that it is coming out this way. So thank you. Dinotenda, dziękuję. Dobranoc.